on YouTube, and we are about to go live on the show. So thanks for joining us, and let's get this party started. Cave Crew Radio is the name of the show, by the way.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundaries. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of The Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gonna go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clevin, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's a power fly goal!
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Indeed, it is Cave Crew Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. This is season 4, episode 4 already, if you can believe that. I don't have a whole lot going on that I really want to chit chat about. Working hard, boring life, nothing like that. But I do want a few things I want to tell you about. Number one, Cave Crew Radio is now on the Sirius XM Spoke app. Just give us a Google on there or a search or whatever. And it's not Sirius XM Radio yet, but you never know. The boys and I might be able to retire a very rich life. But I'm listening to the lyrics and I'm thinking to myself, you know, we hear that we hear that intro week after week after week, and it is alcohol, the cause of and solution of all of life's problems. Tonight, it shall be a solution. And the other thing I'm thinking is the Yankees may truly be the champions of the world. Let me bring in over here my good friend from Queens, New York, Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York. I am Sir Big B, and it is a huge sports night here in New York. I got the Yankees on here in the ALDS game 1 against the Cleveland Indians, and opening night of the NHL. Well, the opening night was last night technically, but opening night for league wide was tonight, including the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden playing the Colorado Avalanche, I believe.
I would hope they're winning that game.
They are not.
They are not.
They are down 3-2 at the end of 2 periods, and the Yankees are losing 3-0, bottom of the 4th.
Oh, that's
so a big sports night, but so far both teams are losing.
Now, and also the Rangers are in Toronto for the home opener on Saturday.
Nice.
So we will be on opposite sides. As you can see, I do have my Maple Leaf gear on tonight.
Now, do you have tickets to opening night?
Oh, God. It's 4 hours away from me, and it's also $280 a ticket. You gotta remember, this is Canada. This is like going to watch a high school football game in the United States. Okay, hockey games are hard to come by. I am planning on going to a few games this year, and I would like to get to the new Little Caesars Arena in Detroit because Lord knows they're going to win a draft lottery debuting in their beautiful new arena this year.
So yeah, I was going to say, so you when you go to a hockey game, probably I guess you go to more Detroit games than you would go to Maple Leaf games.
Yeah, well, I will go to Detroit and usually watch Toronto, or if there's a team I want to catch, like Connor McDavid or the Rangers. My boy's a big Ranger fan. We'll go see those. Toronto's about a 3.5, 4 hour drive. We're hoping to get there this year. But in all honesty, Big B, I can drive to Columbus to see the Blue Jackets, and I can get $12 tickets with hot dogs and pops included.
Nice.
As opposed to paying $140 to go up in a nosebleed where I got to watch the Teletron.
What about going to Ottawa? How close is Ottawa to you?
Oh, we don't go to Ottawa.
Okay. Okay.
They are not part of Ontario.
Okay. Things I don't know about Canada.
we truly hate the Ottawa Senators. And then my neighbor, Johnny, he's a Hab fan. Well, moved to fucking Quebec and speak French.
Well, that was the thing when the Nordiques were there, right? From what I understood, that everybody hated Quebec, or Quebec, the city itself. It's a dirty city, apparently. Nobody liked going to Quebec.
Quebec City is a very and see, Montreal, it's like half English, half French, right? But you get to Quebec City, you're really north. You're really getting away from English Canada, and yeah, you go to a restaurant in Quebec City, you might as well be in fucking France.
Gotcha.
It's this is a weird country. You got to come here sometime. But now
I would love to come here.
I really do like the Edmonton Oilers, which is like a team out west, which has Connor McDavid, and a lot of people are picking them to win the cup and shit. But
I mean, every draft they get a number one pick. How? I don't know.
7 years straight, and I think they've traded 4 of them away, and they still have the best team in the league.
It's crazy.
How does someone get the number one draft pick 5 out of 6 years in a row?
Money.
And it's not money. But it's not. That's not a rich franchise.
No. I'm not talking about the franchise having money. I'm talking about paying the league off so they can win the lottery in quotes.
Oh, you're going to start bringing up conspiracy theories. There's enough conspiracy theories going on. We don't have to bring it into hockey.
Well, I mean, between that and fucking Cindy Crosby getting every call his way.
Well, it's going to be interesting this year with the new slashing call, though, because he is the king of the slash.
Well,
he, after all, did, speaking of Ottawa, did decapitate that guy from Ottawa last year and like literally chopped his finger off. If you want to fight Cindy, you drop the gloves. Look at me. I'm missing teeth.
He's too much of a pussy to drop the gloves.
Yeah, yes. That's, it's part of the game. But, it's an exciting time of year. Hockey's back. Baseball's almost over. Football's in full gear. The Giants are shit. And I like the Giants. It really hurts me that the Lions are 2-1. It's
now. Do you follow the NFL more or the CFL more, or do you even follow the CFL?
Well, the only person I know that watches the CFL is Jerry Geloff from Bad Cop, Bad Cop. There's not a Canadian. This is the thing. Again, go turn on an American college game or an American high school game. There'll be more people there than at a CFL stadium.
Really? I thought CFL was huge up there.
I think it's sponsored. There's a conspiracy for you. How the fuck? I'd rather watch rugby than Canadian.
Really? Well, I thought like the Grey Cup was like, the shit up there.
Oh God, no. Maybe if you live in Tuktoyaktuk up in the Great North or something, but
well, I mean, you had what the greatest CFL player of all time up there, I guess, Doug Flutie, right?
Doug Flutie, a bum in the NFL. And managed to make himself pretty famous in Canada.
That's right.
Anyway, I see someone creeping into the camera here. Let me cue up his music before you bring him in.
Speaking, we're talking all the American/Canadian sports. We're leaving out our good friend, and I do think I hear London calling. Hello, London.
Hello, good evening. I had to run off and sort of reset my internet there because I thought we'd gone back to sort of season 1 where Cave Crew Radio used to talk about sports.
Listen, I'm working. Big B's in school. You've been sick in bed.
I
No
have.
one's getting stories. I'm fucking drumming up things from the past to get through a show tonight.
Oh, listen. It's been a terrible week here for me. I was planning to do a little snidey sickie, but my God, I've been I come down with this sort of man flu.
And who's doing the cooking and the chores?
Well, I'm still doing it, but I spent like 2.5 days in bed trying to get over it, and and then all my body clock's all over the place because you like sleep all day, and then you sort of like suddenly wake up at 11 p.m. sort of fresh as a daisy, although you're sort of feeling unwell. But I'm here, and it's Cave Crew Radio. This is Choo Choo Stew.
You just said something about a daisy, and again, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You wake up at 11 o'clock at night, fresh as a daisy.
Fresh as a daisy.
Now, is this some sickness that you brought back from your time in Canada with all the traveling and the jet lag and the climate change and all that?
I don't know what it is, to be honest, but there's a bug going around. But it's just like a heavy cold I've had.
I should have Robin Williams Blame Canada queued up right now.
No, I mean everyone was very healthy in Canada, so I can't blame them. It must have been something I caught. I don't know.
Wait a minute, I do have a story. Now that you mentioned everyone is healthy in Canada, Big B, I gotta tell you this story.
Oh, boy.
So Sunday, I am on the way. Jake is getting, I don't know if you guys do that in England or the United States, but you get volunteer hours. You need a certain amount of volunteer hours to graduate as you go. So he's timekeeping for my wife at hockey. So I'm the only one here, and I'm ready to go. We've got a game on Sunday. I'm all pumped up. I'm the water boy this year. I'm not even head coaching. I'm taking a break. I'm running a gate and having a great time. And I sit in the car, and the Yellow Jackets, the Wasps, I don't know what you call them around the world, but we call them Yellow Jackets, bees. They're probably wasps. And I sit in the car, and I open the window and just getting every right station on and whatnot, turning off those guys' shit music. And the Yellow Jacket lands on the palm of my hand, and I just flick it. And it stings me. And apparently in all my years, I have never been stung by a wasp, Yellow Jacket, bee, whatever you want to call it. My hand swelled up like a freaking, I have pictures. I'll send them. It's fine now. And I go to hockey. It's really hurting at first. And I run in the house, I grab an ice pack, and I put it on there, and I get to hockey, and everyone's looking at my hand, and there's all the hockey mums around. Oh my God. It's going to get in your blood. You need to go to a clinic. No, I'm going to be fine. I've got Benadryl. Everything is going to be okay. Peer pressure. My wife's on me. Nice roast beef dinner that I missed. I go. There is not a clinic open at this time. Of course, it's a Sunday. I go to the emergency room. Canada is notorious for emergency room waiting times. Mm-hmm. So the first thing I do, I haven't been to a doctor, obviously, in a very long time, because I find out my health card is expired, which is where I will go on Saturday. So I have to sign a form saying I will pay for any treatment if I do not get my health card in 5 days or something like that.
Wait, can I stop you right there for a second?
Of course you can.
Because I have a question.
I know you do.
In Canada, you have free health care. Why do you have a health card? Isn't it just covered?
I guess it proves that you're Canadian. And I've lived here my entire life. I have never deviated. I've never dodged a draft or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But what happens is now we have pictures on our health cards. And every time I renew my driver's license or my car, I always go in and ask, and I go, I still got the red card. No one sent me a letter. Well, what happened apparently is they still had on record an address that I have not lived in since before my son was born. And I'm sure I've been to a clinic or a doctor since then. So that really pissed me off. And then I'm sitting in the waiting room of the hospital with this swollen hand, thinking about a delicious roast beef dinner, knowing I have to work in the morning. I just want to relax and have a beer when I get home. And I'm waiting, and they got fucking Treehouse on the TV because there's crying kids everywhere. So I went up and I checked myself out. Oh, after 2 hours, I said, I'm not waiting anymore. I got a bee sting. I'm either going to die or I'll go to the clinic tomorrow. I went home, took Benadryl. It was still pretty bad on the Monday. My hand is normal now, folks. Completely healed. Benadryl did the trick. But everyone was, oh, it's running up your arm. You're gonna, what am I gonna get? Lupus? I have no fucking idea. So anyway, that I forgot to tell you guys about that. But I'm fine now.
It would have been better if you'd have had like elephantitis of the hand or something.
Oh, of the tongue or whatever Big B was on. Could you imagine if, and listen, I don't know how it is where you guys are, but these yellow jackets, these wasps, they get really angry this time of year because they're about to die, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, summer's over. And I'm always telling people, like, my wife really likes Pepsi. Like, cover your fucking Pepsi because you get that in your throat. Imagine if my throat did what my hand did.
We've had a couple of them in the house the last couple of days, and my kids have been screaming, "There's a wasp, there's a bee," or something, you know. Yeah.
But, I mean, it gets in your throat, and all of a sudden you can't breathe.
I was at a kid's birthday party a couple of weeks ago at a park out in Long Island, and as soon as the sodas came out, bees just swarmed. And it was again those yellow jackets, like you said. We call them yellow jackets too. They were all over the place where we had to put out like just separate cups of soda and just put it off to the side so they would go into those cups to get them away from us. They were everywhere. And yeah, you don't want to get them in your throat. You don't want to, and it was a kids' party. You don't want to make sure the kids don't get stung.
You got to name. You have to name your wasps like they're some kind of baseball team or something.
Well, hey, and I will tell you what I did because you guys might get a kick out of this. So I was so mad because my hand, it was the hand I write with. I mean, it's very distracting. I'm left.
Your left hand or your right hand?
My left hand. I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
But so what I did is you have a water bottle for the barbecue, like the spray of flames go down and shit, right? I took that water bottle, I filled it full of vinegar, and my wife's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "You watch." And I go in the backyard because they're going crazy, right? They're all flying. And I start spraying them and stomping on them for about 45 minutes. And I walk in the house and I go, bees 1, DK 8. Fuck you, bastards. So next year, you wait. I'm gonna have things set up. You know those again, Big B. You're a metal guy. You have those things that shoot out the fog on stage and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy some of those things. I'm gonna fill them with Raid.
So what you got to do is you got to get those. It's those swatters that look like tennis rackets, but they're electrified in the middle.
Oh, I gotta get them.
Yeah.
So you just go out in the backyard and start swinging.
Where do I get those? On Amazon?
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. Yeah.
And then I want to, but I want to do like what you Americans do with your rifles, and I want to like make them really good. I want it to be like 1,000 volts. I meant to ask you: are you guys done shooting people yet? Is it yet? Why are you drinking water?
Why not?
Because you're always drinking hard liquor or beer. Or...
Am I not allowed to take a break from alcoholism?
Okay, it's very rare for you. I mean, you got to be at what? 30,
talking about alcohol. I found a new drink this week. Well, new to me anyway. It's probably been around ages. Jack Daniel's Tennessee cider.
But it's a beer.
Is that like apple?
Yeah. Cider is apple, isn't it? You know.
It's a Jack Daniel's cider. It's like in a beer bottle.
Yeah.
It's only 5.5% though.
Well, what do you mean only 5%? It's like 2% stronger than what you're drinking.
No, Big B, wasn't Jack Daniels the original moonshine?
Jack Daniels is whiskey. That wasn't moonshine.
What you got there?
So, well, you brought up the Jack Daniels whiskey, Jack Daniels cider. Sorry, when I went to see Deep Purple and Alice Cooper in concert, I don't know, last month or a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
I'm online to grab a beer and I see a Jack Daniels can. I said, "What is that?" She goes, "Oh, it's called Lynchburg Lemonade." I said, "Okay, let's try it." I tried it, and it's really good. So I went online and I found how to make it. So you got Jack Daniels, triple sec, some sweet and sour mix, and some Sprite. So that's what I have in here.
Oh, see, he's bullshitting with that water. He's probably got fucking straight vodka in that water bottle.
No, this is just a water bottle.
Oh, bullshit.
This is the Lynchburg lemonade that I made.
That looks like fucking monkey pee.
It does, but it tastes wonderful.
So you make your own. So that's the next thing for the Big B studio, Stu, is he should get like a brewery going in there, his own home brew.
Well, I got a fully stocked bar. I should get like, some form of still or something like, from the fucking 1800s, get an old 1800s moonshine still.
So did you make your own Lynchburg lemonade there, yeah?
Say it again?
You made your own Lynchburg lemonade.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, it's just like a sort of cocktail or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Like, unfortunately, I discovered it at the end of summer, but you get a nice, like, hot day and you're hanging out outside and barbecuing. You have some of this. It goes down really smooth, but then it hits you if you have too much.
It's strong as well. Yeah. With JD in it. Yeah, it's going to be.
You got Jack Daniels and triple sec in there, so you it hits you pretty hard.
Yeah, lemon juice.
I think
lime soda. I've looked up the recipe already.
Yeah, Sprite, triple sec, sweet and sour mix, and Jack Daniels.
Yeah, very good.
It's really good.
I think when we make it down to Queens next year, we're going to leave Big B's with alcohol poisoning.
Are we doing a Queens 2018?
I think so. That should be the Crew Radio annual convention.
You're more than welcome to come down.
And I don't know if I'm going to try any of your homemade shit, but but back to the bees for a minute. I meant to ask you this, and Big B, bees, bzz. Was it you or Mrs. B that got stung by the bee? The one vacation we had,
It was Mrs. B. It wasn't a bee; it was a mosquito. She got stung by a mosquito in the eye.
Yes. Which would that would have been terrible as well.
That was a couple of years ago when we were in Cape Cod.
And the only thing that would survive if we ever had a nuclear war would probably be those damn bugs.
Those bugs and cockroaches.
Yeah, they'd probably be the only thing. Well, cockroach would fall into bug as well, I guess. But
you're saying bugs overall.
Yeah, like I'm just imagining, like every human is dead or turning into a zombie or some decapitated thing, and the bugs would just be their normal selves.
Just have a little bit more freedom.
Yeah. Fuck the bugs. We're declaring war on them, folks. You got any score updates, Big B?
So after. It's going into the bottom of the fifth inning. The Yankees are losing 3-0, and they still haven't had a hit yet.
And they're playing who? The Astros.
Indians. The Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, the Indians are fuckers. Judge hasn't hit the ball yet.
Nobody said that they have no hits yet. Through 5 innings, they have no hits.
But Judge hits the ball when someone else is that bad. I mean, the guy's phenomenal.
He is, but so far, what happens in the playoffs. Good pitching beats good hitting.
Yeah, no, that's true. Defense always wins in any sport.
Always.
Any sport. All right, kids, we're approaching quickly on the break here. Stu, you're on a before I say what's coming up after the break, you're on your sick leave right now. You didn't even go to your allotment party like Big B.
No.
I'm excited about this.
I've been in bed. I was rough for a couple of days. Then I find lovely.
Oh, wait a minute. What did we hold up there? Hang on.
You were complaining that I wasn't drinking, so I went and got myself.
So now you've got 3 different things going at once.
Yingling lager.
But maybe that Jagerlager-ding or whatever the fuck it is will turn
Yingling.
We're hoping it'll turn you into Pierre Lacroix after the break. So notice, Stu, he had to open the beer with a. See, is it only in Canada we have the twist tops?
No, we have twist tops here.
We haven't got twist tops at all here. At all.
We have twist tops here. As a matter of fact, I do think that this was a twist top. I'm just automatically use an opener.
Now, are you one of those guys? Because I can't do it. Where you're camping or you're tailgating or whatever you're doing, and you need a bottle opener, and there's always a guy that can do it with a key or his thumb. Or are you the king of the bottle opening?
No. The only time, like if I don't have a bottle opener, I'll try to do it like on the side of a table where you wedge the bottle and then smack it down to pull the cap off. But I know people that like do it with, the cigarette lighters and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, they do that shit.
Where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, if no one's got a bottle opener, you're going to get that bottle open.
Fucking smash it on the cement and it pours out, and just make sure you don't cut yourself. I don't know. All right, kids, here's what's going to happen. We're going to take a break. We've got some stories. Stu dug up a couple. I got a few here. And hopefully, if all goes well, we'll make a couple of calls after the break. We're thinking of maybe having Choo Choo Sue call a transgender hotline and let him know that he just doesn't want to get rid of his penis, but he's struggling with what's going on. And then, of course, and I did manage to find a number from a long time ago, folks. I don't know if Big B is up to this again, but I did find Bill's number.
Oh, my goodness.
Good old Bill. We're going to give him a heart attack one of these days. We got to send the poor guy a t-shirt. I mean, we got to send him a Choo Choo Stew collectible limited edition mug.
Where was he? Vancouver?
He's in Calgary.
Calgary. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know. We haven't spoke to him in about a year, but he's going to remember you.
Yes.
And make sure you say hi to the Nigerian guy upstairs. Anyway, folks, you're listening to Cave Crew Radio right here on cavecrewradio.com and Cave Crew Radio TV. We're going to take a short break here. And when we return, I don't know. We have no agenda. We'll figure out what we're going to do. And now all of a sudden, everything is not working. There we go. Here we go.
Well, hello, ladies and the gentlemen, and cave dwellers in general. This is Choo Choo Stew, and I'm deep in the hallows of London, England. I want you lot to stop taking a piss and join the Cave Crew Radio Facebook group, please. And while you're at it, look us up on the Twitter as well. It's not rocket science, it's actually quite easy. Just search Cave Crew Radio. Also, have you got a bit of spare change in your wallet or your bank? Because we could do with $5. It's easy on PayPal. Just go on to cavecrewradio.com and chuck some money in the tip jar. It helps keeping the dream alive, sockcuckers. So don't be silly and take the mic. Cavecrewradio.com. Fuckers.
Excuse me, bitch. This is Cave Crew Radio.
From the makers of Amazon Echo comes the newest hands-free speaker designed in the UK. It's the Nigel. That's only £60. It's the best price speaker on the market. You can't afford not to have one. Hey Nigel, I've got the right arm.
What's got your knickers in a twist, me old mate?
Where's my jumper?
Probably in your closet, nitwit.
Where's the best fish and chips?
Harry Ramsden's in Yorkshire, you twit.
Does the tube run to Lancaster Gate on Sunday morning?
You bet, Governor.
Is the nest in Dalston open? I want to get pissed and dance.
Sure is. Better dress up, though.
Where can I get some suction in London?
At any gay bar, like usual.
I'm out of fucking fags. Where's the nearest pharmacy?
Devonshire on Israel Road.
Where's the loo?
See that sink over there?
Where can I get a pint of Pall Moon Pale Ale?
Boar's Head. Boar's Head in there's haunted.
Cheers. Cheers back at you.
And we're back here in the cave, ladies and gentlemen. DK, Big B, and of course, Choo Choo Stu. It's great to be here tonight. I don't know. Does anybody have anything? Because if not, I'm going to cut right. We've got a few news stories here we can go into.
Well, I have a question for Stu. I noticed as we were going to break, I had his camera up, and he's doing his vaping. But it's like plugged into something. What the hell are you vaping?
He supercharged the vape.
It's like he's got a USB cable plugged into his fucking.
I'm plugged into Windows into my computer just to keep it charged up.
That's why his sound doesn't work, because he's got everything plugged into fucking. So you're actually vaping Windows 10 right now.
Do you know when you get that? Do you know when you get that sound when you plug something in and it goes doot doot, and then doot doot when it unplugs, it sort of unrecognizes it. I keep getting that sound every time I pick it up.
Every time, whenever you send Choo Choo Stu an email, that's what he's inhaling.
I've got to give this thing up because I started it to give up cigarettes. And which I've basically done, apart from the odd slip up in Canada.
Oh, it's all blame Canada, folks. That's all queued up.
I hadn't smoked for months, and I see DK, and I was back on it straight away.
Smokes like a fucking chimney, by the way.
But who, me?
No, me. Well, you did too. I never went through so many cigarettes in my life. Well, bought shares in the tobacco allotment.
That's what we could grow in the allotment. We could grow tobacco.
There you go.
I'm gonna give this up soon as well. I find people that do this suck on it all the time, and that's what I end up doing.
Well, we definitely don't want you sucking on things, Stu. But what are you going to use to get to give up that now? You use that to give up cigarettes. What are you going to use to give up that?
I don't know. I'm open to suggestions, really, but I need something. I think
what Choo Choo Sue would do.
Well, Choo Choo Sue would suck on some other things, maybe, and swallow things.
Before we get to the transgender Choo Choo Sue call and do a few other ones. There's a couple of stories we got to do here. Hang on, let's go into the Cave Crew Radio news. Some weeks we don't have any stories at all, but this one actually comes from Choo Choo Stu. Sent me this one. It comes from the Metro. I don't know how reliable a newspaper this is. Hang on, let me cue things up here. Give me 1 second here, folks. All right, here we go. Mother-in-law suggests bride gives groom blowjob in wedding photo. And hang on, we do have a photo.
Oh, God.
Here you go.
What the fuck is this?
Wedding photo. Nothing says happiest day of our lives quite like giving a blowjob in the forest. That was the thinking of one new mother-in-law who suggested that her kid, now this is not the mother of the son, this is the mother of the daughter, suggested that her kid and the new spouse do an extremely romantic photo shoot on their wedding day. Thanks, Mom. The groom stands in a forest, in the forest clearing with his blue suit, trousers at his ankles, while his bride, still in her wedding dress and veil, is on her knees in front of him. Michael Klooster, the couple's wedding photographer in the Netherlands, posted the photo online, and since then, it has had thousands of shares. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it now. He wrote, "Some newlyweds cannot wait for the party to be over so they can retreat to their suite for a smashing wedding night. Luckily, they already exchanged their wedding vows, and they are officially married. If you're worried that the bride was actually giving the groom a cheeky, a blowy, while that innocent guest sipped on champagne, don't fret. It was all staged. I don't want private parts visible on the picture, but everything that creates the impression is interesting," the photographer stated. They are, anyway, very cheerful people and nice and casual wedding at which everything did not have to be so formal. Anyone who thinks this is offensive still lives in the year 1996, in my opinion. Of all the pictures I've taken, this is one that is most playful, which in 10 years is still fantastic, or which in 10 years will still be fantastic to talk about.
I tell you, what I find offensive is his horrible fucking neon green underwear.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The same thing. He's still got his fucking underwear on.
Jesus.
You know, if you're going to do it right, shoot a moon.
I know, right?
See, I would have thought that would have been like the best man or something, you know, that she was caught with the best man. But
you know, that would have been the greatest part. I had a fun wedding. I don't know about you guys, but you know, if that would happen, if we would have snuck off in the trees, it would have been pretty cool.
But what's with the mother of the mother of the bride saying, pretend you're giving a blowjob?
That you know, the mother's probably a whore. I mean, let's wrap it up plain and simple.
I mean, what was next? How about the whole wedding party stands around and she's in the middle, down on her knees, looking like she's jerking two guys off, sucking with the other one off. It'll be great.
And him banging the bridesmaids or something.
Right, yeah.
I'm sure in other photos, and it probably didn't make it to press, the mother-in-law is probably saying, let's get a picture of the best man butt fucking the mother-in-law.
That probably actually did happen, though.
I bet she was behind the bar with the bartender and sucking them off at the reception.
If she's giving out ideas like that, I'm sure she sucked off probably more than one person there that night.
That woman is one mother-in-law to have, hasn't she, though?
No,
she's very excited at that moment.
As the groom, it would be excellent. But imagine the daughter. Like, this is supposed to be the best night of her life.
Can you imagine what happens at the christening of the child? Let's have a couple of people masturbating over the font.
No. Even on this show, we don't go there. Okay, Stu, not even on this show. Can
you imagine?
You're going to talk about the priest peeing in his mouth or something.
I'm not. The baby aside, right? There'll be like three guys jerking, like the godfathers jerking over the font or something, you know?
Stu, we're not going to go there. We're going to switch stories now.
I'm not saying the baby would be there.
We got a great idea. We could pretend the mother is playing with herself and squirting into where they keep the holy water. There you go.
I could just see the mother-in-law at the head table or wherever the mother-in-law sits. Oh, are you going to finish those carrots?
Why, you're still hungry? No. I have other uses for them.
Yes. Yeah, that's one sick mother-in-law. You know, again, as a groom, it would be the coolest thing in the world. Why don't you have your mom over tonight? Let's have your mom for Sunday dinner. I thought you didn't like mom. Yeah, but she comes up with really good games when we're playing charades and stuff.
This is Stu's fantasy woman right now.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, like mom comes over for Sunday dinner and mom's like, let's all turn off the lights. The next thing you know, mom-in-law is crawling between your legs. And I thought you said you were going to the bathroom. What took you so long, honey? Your mother distracted me. She was showing me how to do laundry.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. the things that could actually happen. Hang on, I got another one here. This one I like too. This one's from the HuffPost. Apparently, there was a man claiming to be from the year 2048, and he says he's back with a dire warning. A Wyoming man accused of public intoxication allegedly told police he traveled from the year 2048 to warn mankind of an impending invasion of extraterrestrials. Brian Johnson issued his grave warning to Casper police Monday night after officers were called about the man and his out-of-this-world message, according to an arrest report obtained by the Huffington Post. Johnson, who police said smelled of alcohol and spoke with a slightly slurred speech, allegedly told police officers the aliens were coming next year and we needed to make sure we left as fast as possible. Big B, would this not be your question? Where exactly are we going to fucking go?
Well, I was going to ask. I was going to ask how Trump is involved with this, since it's from the Huffington Post. All they do is make up shit about Trump. So I was wondering how Trump was involved with this.
Oh, here you go. You're talking about Trump. He refused to speak with nurses or doctors and instead insisted on speaking with the president.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Johnson informed officers that he was able to travel. Hang on, I gotta scroll down here. That he was able to travel through time because the aliens filled his body with alcohol. The mother-in-law and the aliens are the perfect mix. It's like heaven.
Wait, so of all the other supposed abductees from aliens, they all get probed anally and all this stuff. He found the one party spaceship.
Yes.
Where it's got the the disco ball lights apparently going on, and they're they got drinks flowing up there in that spaceship.
Well, apparently he stood on a giant pad, which then transported him to the year 2017, though he said he was supposed to be sent to the year 2018.
Aha.
This is a drunk guy with a great imagination.
Of course it is.
Apparently his blood alcohol level was 0.136%.
That's high.
And where he was transported to was the Natrona County Detention Center.
Yeah.
Of course, if this all turns out to be true, the joke will be on all of us.
If that's all we got to worry about him being invaded by aliens, then bring it on.
And listen, if they're going to inject us with alcohol, I think the three of us would be all for it.
I'll be the first in line. What, are you kidding me?
Yeah, where do we go?
Please. Wait, do they have allotments in space? Can we go?
Take me up. Where they come up with these excuses, I'll never fucking know.
Yeah. I hope there's a lot of them anyway that turn up if that's all they're going to do.
It's going to be a gigantic party. It's going to be New Year's Eve all year long.
Yeah, the ball is going to drop.
Yeah.
And we're all going to be, and we're all just going to be doused in this
we've
extraterrestrial
got a heads up. So we've got a heads up, so we can get in line first.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one, there's a couple of things that have to happen. One, we need to keep in contact with this dude, and two, I think we need to keep in contact with the UFO hotline dude, so we know when they're coming.
Yeah, but listen, that bastard pisses me off. I mean, we have his number too, but he's like, I've got a radio show to do. What if we had an invasion right now?
He would be too busy doing his radio show stuff.
Because obviously you don't really believe in what you're doing, or you would be on standby for the end of the world. You guys,
if they want a trial run, they can come and take me anytime.
Do you remember that Hale Bop guy?
Yes, the Hale Bop guy.
They all drank vodka laced with something.
Yep. They all had the purple jogging suits, and yes.
How do people buy into that? Like, I mean, I'm pretty gullible guy sometimes, but like, hey, DK, the laser beam's coming down from the moon tonight. You got to be standing on the back porch ready to be taken up.
Well, I mean, look, how do these guys? They prey on the weak-minded people, right? I mean, look at something like Jonestown. Like 900 people committed suicide drinking the fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah. A lot of them were forced to do it, though, right? I think you almost forced.
No, they weren't forced to do it. They did it upon them. They took it upon themselves to do it. I guess maybe there was some peer pressure of the ones really in pressuring the ones that are kind of about it. But I mean, for the most part, they're there for, they're in it, and they're going to do whatever was told for them to do.
It's like Waco, Texas, or Waco, Texas.
Yeah, I was just going to say David Koresh was the same thing. You prey on the weak-minded, and you inundate these people with your words and your teachings and whatnot, and every day, until what is it? Is it Stockholm syndrome or something like that, where you kind of side with your captors when you're kidnapped? It's kind of the same premise. You go there and suddenly, you're inundated with all this stuff that suddenly you're on their side.
And look, people are still fascinated with Charles Manson, right?
Charles Manson, the only mass murderer who never killed anybody.
He didn't. You're right.
He didn't kill one person.
But he led them. He led the sheep.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's the one that told them what to do and do the. But he actually never killed anybody.
But people are always fascinated with that type of character, aren't they?
Well, I mean, like I read,
rights, they marry them in prison, and
oh yeah, well those people are out of their minds. I mean, I read like serial killer books and stuff, like true crime books, because I'm more interested in the psychology behind it. What makes these people tick, and their reactions to the crimes that they're committing are generally, met with kind of malaise. They're like, it is what it is, But the people that want to marry them and have their children, those are just psychotic, sick people.
But there's and I'm the same as you, BB. I watch I don't know if you get headline news over there, but I watch a lot of those stories about serial killers. And so, they're almost on the verge of genius. I think insanity and genius goes hand in hand.
But the people that writes them aren't they? I mean, they get a lot of letters from people from all around the world, like trying to, I don't know what they want to do. What's their intentions, to marry them or to be close to these people?
Especially if they're a high, they're like a famous serial killer, like the Ted Bundy types, or people like that. They'll get thousands of letters, I'm sure.
Yeah,
for people wanting to.
Even Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean,
Dahmer, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
It's frightening. It's what it is. I mean, I get a lot of letters from Cave Crew fans, but I'm sorry to I mean, I do read them all. I must say, I do read them all.
Glad you get letters. Anyway, leading into the phone call we're going to make in just a second here. Let's go over to the Stu Cam. Half his jersey is in English, and the other half is in Mandarin. Show us your shirt there, Stu. It's the sweatshirt store. Is it an Oriental that runs the?
It's super dry.
No, I don't care what the fabric is. What I'm wondering is you've got English written all over the shirt, and you've got something written in Chinese or Mandarin or something there.
Yeah,
that would be Japanese, I would assume, because it says Tokyo, Japan on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part. It was covered by his choo-choo Stu. All right, cool. We need to get a Cave Crew Radio T-shirt made in Japanese. All right, here's the first scenario, guys. We got to have a little fun here. Pierre Lacroix means you're do a shot if you need to. This is a Korean lady, South Korean, so friendly, offering eyelash extensions. A really exciting Craigslist ad. And she says, "Hi, my name is Joanne, and I'm offering eyelash extensions 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. A full set is 1 by 1. It takes about an hour and 15 minutes. The glue I use is certified and used by the salons in South Korea." She's located 2 minutes away from Surrey Central.
Where is that?
And she'll do a retouch. That's in British Columbia.
British Columbia, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to call Surrey, British Columbia, and we're going to talk to, what did she say? Joanne. Nice name for a Korean girl.
Joanne. Okay.
I'm sure that's her given name.
I'm sure it's not Ling Wong or anything. It's Joanne.
So let's see. Let's see if the phone works tonight. We actually get through. I'm hoping it all still works still. Oh, it's working. Joanne. Eyelash extensions, Pierre Lacroix. 8 a.m. to 11. Unless she's doing something right now. Come on, Joanne, help us out.
Your call has been forwarded to a voicemail service that has not been initialized by the customer you are calling. The Rogers Wireless customer you are calling is not available at this time.
Initialized. All right. You guys talk, because you know what's coming next.
Oh, no, wait. Are we calling Bill?
We're going to fuck it, Bill.
Who's talking to Bill?
Bill, you.
I am, okay.
You never let us down with Bill.
Okay.
You do your own scenario. I really wanted Pierre Lacroix, though.
No, I can't have Pierre Lacroix talk to Bill.
No, God, you'll scare the shit out of him. This is what happens when we make calls, folks. It takes a few tries to get through to some of these people. Calgary, Alberta, Bill. To give you a little bit of a background, Big B is trying to pawn off some Syrian refugees on him because he was renting an apartment, and they happen to have a goat. We'll see what happens here. Bill. I hope he's still alive.
Hello?
Yes, hi. I'm looking for Bill.
That's me.
Hi, Bill. My name is Stephen Harris. I'm from the National Refugee Placement Association. We have your name listed in our records as someone who had apparently volunteered in the past for placement of refugees, Syrian refugees, when the big Syrian refugee crisis was happening. Apparently, you were willing to take in a family of 11 Syrians with their pet goat. We definitely appreciate that. We thank you for that. Two things that we wanted to follow up on with this. One, we wanted to get your opinion on how things went with the placement. Were you happy with the service? And would you be willing to take in another family?
Who the hell are you guys?
I said my name is Stephen Harris. I'm from the National Refugee Placement Association.
I don't believe that at all. It was some kind of scam. Because I've been called 3 times by this thing with a goat. How the hell would a refugee get a goat all the way from Syria?
Well, this is what's in our records, sir. That you had volunteered. We had a family of 11 that had a goat with them as their family pet, and you were gracious and volunteered to take them in, and we definitely appreciate that. So we just want to know what your thoughts, how the program worked for you.
No, and then they said it was going to be 11 guys. Are you kidding me? 11 guys, and then just one room. You put 11 guys in one room. Are you out of your mind?
Okay, so you had 11 guys in one room. Okay. We didn't hear any complaints, so I'm assuming they were comfortable in that one room. Sir? Hello? Hello?
Should we try him again?
Did we lose him?
I think so. Let's tell him we got disconnected. Ask him. Make sure you ask him about the goat. Make sure you ask him about the goat. Okay, hang on. Let me get the number. Oh, good old Bill. 3 times he remembers. 3 times you guys have called me.
Tell him he got some Nigerian refugees with a monkey.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to tell. I was going to if he was going to play along. I was going to say we have Puerto Rican refugees.
It's just a survey on if he's happy with your service.
Well, that's the main thing at the moment.
Okay, hang on. Let's see. If
also, tell him that.
Give him a chance to talk. Let's see if he goes nuts.
Tell him you've noticed he hasn't cashed their check yet as well.
That's a good one.
Why is it not clicking? Oh, come on, don't fail me now.
Does he accept Bitcoin?
Hang on, we're going to try again here, folks. Sorry. We're sorry for the delay, but Bill is worth it.
Get his address. We need to send him a mug with a goat on it.
Fuck.
Oh, can we not connect anymore?
Yeah, hang on. I'm fixing it.
Okay.
This is a Google Voice phone, folks.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, to fill people in, I mean, we call Bill, and you've had him going like crazy.
Bill is
maybe he's blocked us. I don't know. Oh, let's try one more time here. There it goes. Well, he's gonna start yelling at you. Give him a chance to speak, Big B. Let him do the. See, we must have got disconnected. Tell him you'll pay the extra $30 for the Wi-Fi. Come on, Bill. Don't let us down.
He's not going to answer now.
This is 403-830-0830.
Just don't. Oh, no.
All right, we had Bill.
He's not going to answer now.
All right, don't fret, folks. We're on a roll tonight. Hang on, I gotta find it. We need Choo Choo Sue. Choo Choo Sue. Now, Sue, you can't mumble. You need to speak up into your microphone when you're on these calls. Because most of the time, people can't hear you. So we are going to call the transgender hotline. And, do whatever you want. Tell them you want to keep your penis. Or Bill. You really stress him out, BB.
Stu's my pal. I mean, Stu. Bill is my pal.
Bill is your friend.
He is.
Can't get the call to work right away. See, I got to refresh. Something up with this Google. Yeah, but I mean, like, he remembers, though. That's what's so beautiful about it.
I know. That's why we can never not call Bill every so often.
We'll catch him again, like maybe in the new year. Like, he's beautiful. You're gonna call the American one here, Stu. But yeah, he has never forgotten you.
No, he hasn't.
Third time. How do you expect me to have 11 guys in a 1-bedroom apartment? Okay, here you go. The Gender Trans Lifeline. Choo-choo.
No one is available to take your call.
Oh, give me a break. Let's
try again later.
Okay, here's my question about all this. How can you get help when you really need it?
Right. No one's available.
It's like calling the suicide hotline and saying, "Can you please hold?"
Please hold. Yes.
Yeah, like
your call will be answered in the order it was received. Your wait time is approximately 15 minutes.
Yes, you got a gun stuck in your mouth, and
right.
No one is available to take
Holy
your call.
fuck!
Try again later.
What are you? Everyone's having a sex change or something. All right, hang on. I got one more for you, Stu. I can't get you in. We can't get. I'm going to try one more here. All right, Stu. I'm going to read a story before I do this call. Okay. You guys talk for a second. I'm going to cue the call up so I'm ready.
I got you. I had Sue lined up there, even though she's got a cold. She sounded a bit blokey, actually.
I really don't understand how you have a hot. Our hotline's not supposed to be monitored 24/7.
If it's a hotline, it should be available 24/7. Exactly.
You know, I'm a transgender and I don't wake up at noon.
Why didn't you call the Canadian branch?
I did both.
Oh, I see.
Is there a London branch that you could call?
No, I was only Canadian, and but here's what I'm thinking though, and in all seriousness, folks, you're in serious trouble. I know we're not, but you're in serious trouble.
Yeah,
and you need to talk to someone. It's just like the fucking. We're gonna call him after this one. You watch that fucking UFO guy. Gonna ask me if I got a fucking phone. Here's a story for you before we call the next one, folks. And we are trying to get her on the show, hopefully by next week. This one comes via the Huffington Post as well. Let's see if I got a picture of this gal to put up for you. Yes, I do. There she is. This young lady, a venomous snake, bites a woman on her foot inside of a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there was a she walked in for a bite, but she was the one that got bitten. This is our headline. A Virginia woman is recovering after she says a venomous copperhead snake bit her on the foot after she entered a steakhouse. Can you imagine this? Rachel Myrick, who we're trying to get on the show, folks, had just gone into the Longhorn Steakhouse entrance in Fredericksburg, Virginia, when she says she felt the first of 3 bites on September 12th. Initially, it felt like I was stung by a bee or a hornet or something. This is all falling into place. She recalled about the unexpected attack. I reached down, grabbed my foot because the amount of pain, and under my fingers, I felt a wiggle. As Merrick reacted, she said her boyfriend, Michael Clem, and her 13-year-old son stomped on the reptile, killing it on the spot. Clem said she recognized the type of snake. Imagine that. I've bred and raised reptiles for 15 years. I can't wait to talk to this broad. Clem called for help and then waited with Merrick outside the restaurant until an ambulance arrived. Once at the hospital, she was given an antivenom after the swelling spread up her left thigh and hip. She told WTVR today that she currently requires crutches to get around. Doctors told her it would take 3 months for her to recover. In a statement, Longhorn Steakhouse says its staff is still looking into how it happened, and they are taking steps to prevent it from repeating.
I've got a couple of questions, all right?
Fire away. I've got the phone number queued up. We're going to call the restaurant, so don't worry.
If they're if they're raising snakes and reptiles, why would they stamp on it? Right?
You think they'd be loving, right?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they say, "Oh, that's such and such," and then let's just pick it up or put it in a bag? And also, was it a steakhouse or a snake house they went to?
It says it's a Longhorn Steakhouse, which Big B is a very popular American steakhouse, is it not?
It is, as far as it's like the McDonald's of steakhouses, I guess. You know, it's
I guess we're
not a you know, it's not a high class steakhouse that you find here in the city, but it's a widespread steakhouse chain.
Yeah.
I never been to one. I'm assuming it's fairly decent. I have a question. How much is she suing Longhorn for?
That has not been. That's we want to get her on the show here. And listen, we've had them all, folks. We will search them down. I'm going to give you guys the link to the restaurant in case you want to check out the menu or something there. We will search her down and we will have her tell her story.
And how can you even sue someone for that? You can't really like safeguard against having.
Well, in the States, they sue for everything.
They sue for everything. Yeah.
Let's insure ourselves in case a snake suddenly decides to turn up and bite someone.
But that's the ultimate point to this story is she's going to sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what the fuck was the snake doing in there in the first place?
Yeah.
All right, so Stu, here, Big B, you can help me out on this one a little bit, but I'm thinking Stu is Alvin, the infamous snake hunter.
Alvin, the snake hunter.
Yes, but not right away. I think here's the menu. I sent you guys the link. You know, you're looking for a nice dinner. Looks like they got some good food here. They got some pastas. They got spicy chicken bites. They're obviously, so you're looking for a good steak here, Stu. Prices are very reasonable, by the way. And then
it's a chain steakhouse, so it's going to be
and kind of try and get the woman or the maitre d' talking to you, and then introduce yourself as Alvin, the snake hunter, and say you are an expert on copperhead snakes, and for a free meal, you will rid them of their copperhead snakes. Again, folks, there is no guarantee how far this call will go, as you have seen. This is why we're always cautious to make prank calls. We're going to try one more here to the Longhorn Steakhouse in what did I say? Fredericksburg,
Virginia.
Yeah. So here we go. Stu, it's speak loud and clear. Don't vape.
Okay.
Alvin the snake.
Hello, thank you for calling Longhorn Steakhouse
Gotta
in
be kidding
Fredericksburg, Virginia. This is Kevin Linton, the managing partner. We are currently closed. We are open Sunday through Thursday from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. Please call back during these hours, or to speak to someone on our team, please press 1.
They just closed 8 minutes ago.
Fuck. Should have made that as the first call. We're going to hit them up next week, folks. We're going to hit them up next week. I have one more I'm going to try here. Actually, Stu might be doing good at this one.
I was getting hungry there for a nice ribeye.
I don't know if when you have snakes fucking I love how Craigslist makes us fucking verify ourselves here. But could you imagine you're sitting in a restaurant and you're just, enjoying your salad or whatever it is you're fucking enjoying, and a fucking copperhead slithers along and bites your foot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I agree with Big B. It would be instant lawsuit.
Yeah, I think if those sort of things are rife in that area, you can't really sue for that. But hey, USA or whatever.
All right, here I got this one. Hang on. So Stu, here you go. Here's your new scenario. Last one. I give up. This is why prank calls always work out well. This person is teaching Mandarin to English people in Vancouver. Our programs: Mandarin conversation classes, private lessons, Mandarin for Cantonese speakers. Anyway, you are an Englishman coming to Canada, and you want to learn to speak Mandarin to fit in with the culture. Pretty simple. Be whoever the hell you want. I really wanted Alvin the snake hunter. See if we get an answer, folks.
Thank you for calling Key Language Training. Sorry to have missed your call. Please leave us a message. We'll get back to you soon. Thank you.
It's a 9 to 5 job, that
Is
one.
it with everybody? Nobody wants to take her call tonight.
Not one person. Well, Bill did.
Well, Bill did. And then he got... We'll get back to Bill. Don't worry.
You want to call the UFO hotline
want
now?
to talk to us? Oh, wait a minute. I got one more.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, guys. You guys talk for a second while I got to read you this one. Hang on. Let me type in the number first.
All right.
This is also Vancouver. I think this would be a Pierre Lacroix classic right here.
Okay.
Here is a woman who posted on Craigslist today. Hang on one sec. Here's what she wrote. So I'll be honest. I let someone highlight my hair with what turned out to be an ammonia-free box dye, and it's kind of a mess. I have short pixie cut, shaved down on both sides. My hair is black to dark brown, and well, it just looks awful. I'm looking for someone to fix it. I can afford to pay you a reasonable amount for the little hair that needs fixing. I understand we all need to make a living somehow, so I'm not looking for any freebies. I will pay for the cost of the materials. Just let me know what you need to buy. My mom was a hairdresser and an esthetician, so I'm familiar. Let me know if you're up for the challenge. So here you go, Big B.
Okay.
Pierre Lacroix. If her mom was a hairdresser, why doesn't she just have her over?
Just ask your mom. Yes. What's her name?
Bad guy job.
Hey, it's Meg. You know what to do.
Fuck's sakes. We just want to fix your hair.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not in the cards tonight. No more calls. This, folks, as much as you request us to do this stuff, is why we don't do it on a regular basis. It is just so hard to get a hold of people.
I say we try one more, and we try the UFO hotline and ask them about the story from the drunk guy that came from 2048, whatever the fuck.
Okay, are you going to carry this one?
I can, sure. I don't remember much about the story, but
well, he was transported.
He was transported.
Tell him you got him on a conference call from England, Canada, and the United States.
Okay.
He's going to respond to this, and he's going to ask us if we took pictures and if we can upload it to the webpage. This, ladies and gentlemen, is another favorite of the show, the UFO hotline dude. Fuck it. If he tells me he's got a radio show, I'm going to lose my fucking nuts.
Hi, thanks for calling Delta, KLM, and Air France.
Are we booking flights?
Okay,
that's
wait.
the sideline.
Hang on a minute. We got to regroup.
Did he go out of business and the phone number got took over by the airlines?
He's at home telemarketer for Air France.
Is he?
I have no idea. The answer, here it is. The National UFO Reporting Center. Let's call this one. Okay. Use this only if a sighting has been called in the same week. All right, fuck's sakes, people. This is why okay. It takes me longer to type in the number, and then all I get, a transgender hotline's not available. Bad hair is not available. Fucking Bill hangs up on us. Although I don't blame Bill. This is the National UFO Reporting Center. Let's see if we get a hold of this fucker. Orbs and fireballs he's looking for right now.
Thank you for calling the National UFO Reporting Center hotline in Washington State at area code 206-722-3000. Website address ufocenter.com. Because of a recent and dramatic increase in frivolous calls being directed to our hotline by young children, often hundreds of prank calls per day, we've had to suspend answering the hotline on a real-time basis. We are asking children to not call the hotline unless they have a sincere report to submit. If you are an adult and believe that you may have experienced a UFO sighting, please leave your name, your location, and a telephone number, and we will return your call at our earliest convenience. We would be most grateful if you would please leave only a short message on our answering service at this time and not a complete description of your sighting. Also, we would like to urge callers to submit a detailed written report about their sighting using our online report form. Instructions are on our website at ufocenter.com. Thank you very much for your call.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
So I was walking in the forest, and I was leaving breadcrumbs because, quite frankly, I often lose my way. And there was a bright yellow butterfly up in the tree, which was very nice. I didn't have my phone handy, which I should have, to take a picture. However, I digress. As I'm walking through the forest, I noticed this bright light at the end of the path. I soon realized it was just a transport truck that was making a turn on the freeway. However, after that, I made a turn to the, I believe it was the southwest. Could have been southeast. Was it southwest? Southwest, I believe. And as I turned, I walked over what appeared to be a snake hole or something, and this green slime started coming out of the... Anyway, you didn't want a long message, so you probably don't want to hear this story. Call you back when the kids just stop pranking you. Fucker! All of them! Every single last one.
Yeah.
Not a night for us to make calls for you folks.
No, it's got to be before 10.
Yeah, I guess we got to kick it off right off the bat, making calls.
Yeah.
Or rather calling Chinese restaurants, or, you know, but it's all been done before. Can we try Bill one more time? We got a few minutes to kill here. Let's see if Bill answers. But I don't know. I can't star 67 the number or anything, can I? Or
star 67.
Probably banging the Nigerian upstairs or something. Last try, folks. We promise. Just remember, we tried. It's got that one room up there with Wi-Fi is extra. $30 a month. Don't forget that. Wi-Fi is extra. Come on, Bill. You can do it. Grab yourself a vodka and talk to us, Bill. He's going to answer.
This is 403-830-0830.
We don't want your number, Bill. Okay. No luck tonight, kids.
None.
Anybody else got anything going on the rest of the week or what? 5 minutes. I don't know what we're going to name the show.
I have nothing.
This is a missed call. Did the Rangers lose or what?
They lost 4-2.
Oh, God. To Colorado.
To Colorado. The Yankees are losing 4-0.
I still can't believe the UFO guy's message. Due to the response of the recent kids calling.
Well, come on. It's the UFO hotline. Did you think you're going to get serious calls? Stop it.
In the chat room, they tell us that a copperhead is related to a rattlesnake, if you didn't know that, folks.
I need to get Choo Choo Sue to sign to phone up to the US Trans Lifeline at some stage.
Well, you know, I think what we got to do somehow, and this is just is if we're going to do a call, we almost got to set it aside on a Saturday.
Yeah,
make all these calls and just record the ones we actually get through.
Yeah, I'll try and do it and record it or something.
I'll send you the number.
I've got the number.
He's got the number on speed dial. What are you talking about?
Number. All right, kids, I'm giving you 3 minutes. Well, the boys and I chat for a minute. Name the show. We are now on Cyrus XM Spoke every Thursday night live, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on cavecrewradio.com, Cave Crew TV, wherever good podcasts can be found. Metal Thunder Radio, of course, live every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. Right here on cavecrewradio.com. Choo Choo Stew has no projects in the works. So talking about podcast train is mute. I do have another project, but I'm not ready to speak about it yet. Other than that, fuck all. Ready to go eat my gyro.
A kebab.
Over to London, England. So, I mean, we have had some good laughs today. We've talked about bugs, and we've talked about aliens, and we've talked about alcohol and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
What would you call this show, Stu?
Well, I did write a few things down, but I'm struggling to read my own writing at the moment. I've got oh god, I really can't read my own writing. I've written some notes. I've got the mother-in-law, and how about the mother-in-law and the snake bite?
How about a snake bit mother-in-law?
Yep, we could have that.
Mother-in-law and the snake bite. BB, you got anything?
I don't know. I really don't have anything. Let's see.
Here, I'll go first because I remember this from Bill. Oh, not you bastards again.
I like that.
I mean, come on, baby. We've had bees, we've had aliens, we've had mother-in-laws with blowjobs, we've had I do like the snake bit mother-in-law.
I would say let's see.
We're not on our game this week, folks, but that's okay. We'll come back with it.
Let's see.
We're going to get that bitch on the show, and we're going to talk to her about that lawsuit.
I would say
Alvin the Snake Hunter.
I would say okay. I'll say Alvin the Snake Hunter and the neon green underwear.
The Snake Hunter. That's a long one. How about just a neon green underwear?
Or just neon green underwear, yeah.
Stu? Stu? Stu?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Fuck.
You don't need to yell.
We got like 2 minutes left. I mean, we're on the
Well,
air.
I already gave you one. I gave you one.
He said, well, I know, but we're asking you now. I'm gonna go neon green underwear.
No, I don't like that.
Okay.
That's not my cup of tea.
Well, what? Like, I don't want to sit here till midnight naming the fucking show. I'll just call it episode 4. Stu?
Yeah, I quite like the one I said. Didn't I not just tell you something? Or was I
mother-in-law and the snake bite?
Was I abducted by aliens? And imagine the whole show.
Now you're changing it up. You said mother-in-law and the snake bite.
Yeah.
We could always say we can't answer the phone right now.
There's a good one too.
Because all we had was answering machines.
Come on, guys. Someone's got to decide. Still like the neon green underwear.
What do neon green underwear?
That might attract people to listen and realize what a show it really was. It wasn't a bad show until we started making fucking phone calls. Bill was good. I love Bill.
You need to give me Bill's number, please. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
I'll chat with him in a week.
Are you going to talk to him? Like, and what are you going to do? Record it and send it to us in MP3?
Yeah.
Tell him you're from the London office because he won't recognize your call. That'll be a classic.
There you go.
Yeah. Tell him you're from the London office. You apologize. The gentleman that has been calling you has been released on mental illness, and we apologize for bothering him, and we would like to send him a goat.
Yeah.
For all his troubles. Say, for all your troubles, Bill, we apologize. The individual that has been harassing you, we have disciplined him. He is now suspended. We would like to send you a free baby goat. And then just listen to him go crazy. What did we decide on? Neon green underwear?
Yeah.
All right, it makes sense. It's been that kind of a show. All right, kids, we'll get organized. We'll be back next week. Choo Choo Stew will be calling Bill, and we will have the recording of that call. And love Bill. And when you send him the goat, get his address, and let's all just send him a Choo Choo Stew autographed porcelain mug.
I'll do that.
I feel so bad for Bill.
I don't feel bad for Bill.
I don't, but I mean, you
Bill's
really
fun.
stress him out. Because I think he took you serious.
Of course he did.
All right, we're out of here, kids. Cave Crew Radio is the name of the show. We'll see you next week. Be good.
Laters.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!